All right, we're going to take a trip back in time, like 250 years, to understand what's happening right now with AI. Is this just the next big thing, or is it something else entirely? Let's dive in.
I mean, just stop and think about this for a second. Back in 1850, if you wanted to send a message, you were limited by the speed of a horse, maybe a steamship. It could take weeks. Today, you ask a super complex question and the machine gives you the answer instantly. That kind of leap, well, it doesn't just happen. It's built on a series of massive, world-changing waves of technology.
And here they are, the Big Five, the revolutions that totally remade our world. You've got the Industrial Revolution, then the age of electricity, the internet, the mobile explosion, and now AI. So think of this timeline as our roadmap for the journey we're about to take. Okay, first stop, the Great Acceleration. To really get what's happening with AI, we first have to understand that the pace of change itself has been hitting the gas pedal for more than 200 years.
And the best way to do that is to look back, right? By checking out the 4 revolutions before AI. Everything from steam engines to the phone in your pocket, we start to see this incredible, surprisingly predictable pattern emerge.
And boom, here's the first piece of that pattern. It's all about speed. Just look at this. It took about 80 years for steam power to really take hold. Electricity? That was faster, around 50 years. The internet? It got to half the world in just 20. You see the trend here, right? Each wave just gets faster and faster.
And this number just says it all. 10 years. That's all it took for smartphones to go from a new gadget to something half the entire planet owned. 80 years for steam power, 10 for the smartphone. The pace isn't just getting faster, it's accelerating like a rocket.
Okay, so let's put it all together. This is the pattern we see again and again. 4 key parts. Number 1, each wave hits faster. 2, jobs get shaken up, for sure, but brand new ones get created. 3, productivity and the economy get a massive boost. And 4, every single time, people are both totally amazed and, yeah, a little bit scared.
All right, so that's the historical playbook. We know the pattern. Now let's bring it to today and see where AI fits into this whole story.
And this is really the heart of the whole thing, isn't it? Is AI just the next domino to fall in this pattern we've seen before, or is this time different? Is this a whole new kind of change?
So a lot of experts think the key difference, the thing that makes AI special, is what it actually does. This isn't just about making things stronger or faster. No, this is about amplifying our minds.
Yeah, check out this quote from futurist Peter Leighton. It really hits the nail on the head. He says that what steam engines did for our physical muscles, AI is about to do for our brains, our mental power. And wow, that is a huge, huge shift.
So here it is, side by side. Think about it. Steam and electricity. They broke the limits of our physical strength. AI, it's starting to break the limits of our minds, our ability to think, to create, to solve massive problems.
But, a shift this big definitely makes people nervous. And you can see it right here. In the US, people are basically split right down the middle. A third are excited, a third are worried, and a third are kind of just not sure what to think. And hey, remember our pattern? That mix of fear and excitement? It's classic.
So, let's flip the coin and talk about the incredible potential here. What if amplifying our minds leads to something amazing? What if it leads to what Peter Leighton calls an age of abundance?
So what does he mean by abundance?
Well, it's this idea that AI can basically democratize expertise. Take all these services that used to be total luxuries for the rich and make them available and super cheap for, well, pretty much everyone. Okay, let's make this real. A great human executive assistant, that can cost you over $100,000 a year. It's a luxury, right? But what about an AI that does a lot of the same stuff? Manages your calendar, sorts your email, drafts replies. We're talking maybe $20 a month. All of a sudden, everyone can have that kind of productivity superpower. Or here's another one. Education. A private tutor can totally change a kid's life, but they're expensive. Now, just imagine an AI tutor that's infinitely patient, knows basically everything, and is available to every single kid on Earth for just a few bucks a month. That is the promise of abundance. Okay, so where does that leave us? Let's zoom out and put the whole picture together. The historical pattern and this crazy new power of AI. This chart is basically the whole story in one place. Just look across the rows. Adoption speed, it goes from 80 years down to 10. The job market, we go from farms to factories to the gig economy. And every time, productivity just skyrockets. Now, Look at that last column for AI. The predictions are for it to be even faster, with an economic impact in the trillions. I mean, this points to a transformation on a scale we've literally never seen.
And remember, every single one of these waves brought fear with it. People literally smashed the new machines during the Industrial Revolution. They were terrified electricity was going to kill them. And today you hear it all the time, AI will replace us. But here's the thing, history shows us that the reality is we adapt. We always do. We create new jobs, whole new industries, and we end up augmenting what humans can do.
This is such a perfect way to think about it. Electricity is insanely powerful. And yeah, if you're not careful, it's deadly. But we didn't ban it, did we? Of course not. We innovated. We figured out safety standards. We put wires in walls, and now it just works. It's part of our lives. The point is, we have a pretty good track record of figuring out how to handle these big, risky, powerful new technologies.
So let's wrap this up. Does AI fit the pattern? Yes, it's bringing disruption, a mix of fear and excitement, and ultimately a ton of progress. But is it different? Also yes. And it's different because it's not about amplifying our muscles. It's about amplifying our minds. It's a tool for thinking, and that could unlock a future of innovation and abundance like nothing we've ever imagined.
And that really leaves us with one final big question. The Industrial Revolution gave us power. The digital revolution gave us connection. Now the AI revolution is starting to give us intelligence itself on a massive scale. So the question isn't if it's going to change the world. The question is, what new worlds are we going to build when intelligence is everywhere?